Okay, today we're going to check Headspace on an AR-15. Just a standard, this is a Ballistic Advantage barrel. I think a Troy, might be it's a Ballistic Advantage upper as well with a Troy rail. So basically you just take apart your bolt carrier group, just take it out. This is brand new, so I haven't checked it yet. That's why I want to check it with the, check the headspace and make sure that the chamber's correct for the bolt. What happens is you can get what they call tolerance stacking, which is if this is on one far end of spec and the other one's on the other far end of spec, and you could have some issues with headspace. I don't have a field gauge. I just have the go and the no-go gauge. I figure once the no-go gauge, now there's another thing called a field gauge, which the no-go can close, and then the field, that means you're getting pretty close to having some issues. Generally speaking, when that happens, you can't reload the brass after the no-go gauge closes, but it'll still be safe to fire until the field gauge closes. So for starters, you have to take out the extractor, remove your extractor, and I just lube this whole thing down. So get that taken out, and you got your, it's got the O-ring and the plastic insert. And I think this is all Palmetto State. I think the bolt carrier is Palmetto State. And so that's I'm using two different brands. So I'd like to make sure that the headspace is correct. So then just put this whole thing back together without the extractor. If your skill set so allows. Okay. Okay, just like that. Drop in I always check the go first. So put the go in, go gauge. And you want to use probably want to use your charging handle just in case anything gets stuck. I mean, you can, or it's up to you. Probably not a bad idea. And it does close. So it closes all the way. You can tell. This is, if you've seen your bolt all the way forward, you know what it looks like. So this is, let's get some. Looks a little dry. Just everything looks dry. It's not one of their nitride bolt carrier groups. It's their old phosphate ones, and it just came so dry, drier than a popcorn fart. Okay, so that one closes, so we know we're good there. And that was the go. Now the no-go. Drop that in, and this should not close, and it does not close. And I'm putting a pretty fair amount of pressure on this bolt carrier group here to try to get it to close on there, and it will not close. So this is within spec. And I got to tell you too, even the go gauge was pretty tight. So this is probably gets some good mileage out of this thing. And there it is. Of course, once you've done that, you want to put your extractor back in your bolt, and you should be good to go. And that would be checking your headspace on an AR-15 with a go no-go gauge. Like I said, there's a field gauge also, if you're so inclined. But I would say, parts are so cheap nowadays. Once you get the no-go to close, you might want to look at getting another barrel or a bolt, probably a new bolt or a new bolt and barrel. Thank you guys.